Hey everybody, it's Lori Christos with Madonna and Child Jewelry. I'm trying something different. I have my camera on a weird angle so you won't see me, but this is what I'm focusing on, so hopefully you can see it. And I wanted to give you like a little, somewhat of a tutorial on how to create these really cool, I mean, they're very trendy right now. Everything in watch chains, Victorian. There's doing so many reproductions now that are, just gold tone, but they're having toggle clasps and they're making them very funky. So I always used to do these funky pieces, and I just did them a little bit differently on chunky chains or between rosary beads. But this one I had on the other day, so I just want you to see the difference here in what we got going. Okay, here we go. This one I had on the other day. This is the one that I think I quoted like $3.95 because I'm using all gold-filled pieces. These are the fine pieces. And this gives you, these is 1, 2, 3 Victorian, very ornate lockets. This is large. This is a gold-filled, beautiful, chunky, gorgeous antique cross. So is this. This is a two-tone, gold-filled. And I would say if it's gold filled, it's white gold filled. This one was not inexpensive. It's a sterling vermeil, and it has real diamonds. And it gives you kind of just a yellow gold. This was the one. Now, I don't know if I lift it to you, if you can see it any better, but this was the one that I made out of an antique porcelain cherub with wings using a gold-filled earring piece that I took apart. So I go through a lot of times. I have bins that are gold-filled. I don't try to ever touch costume unless it's a piece of a chain or something and I bought the bauble, and I just throw that in a bag of chains. So this one is stunning it's a great layering piece. I'll show you how you can layer them at the end of the video. This one I just put together. So this is all bits and pieces. Some of them weren't original. Like this particular one is a brass. That's an antique paperclip, little baby mother of pearl cross. So I didn't even make that. I just extended it to drop. So this is a vintage piece that you could probably, if you're at a flea market, get for 20, if you're online, to maybe 40, 45, just depending, because these are older Victorian pieces. Now, these being, the gold filled, it didn't even work over here to bring the brass piece over here. So I'm like, I'm going to make one of bits and pieces that are not the high end, and I'm going to show you how you can put it on. This is actually extended. It's much longer than it looks. These could be layered right together, and you wouldn't even really amassing all the different tones and styles of the chains, be able to tell a difference. You'd think it was all antique, because it is. These are all older pieces. This is a fob reproduction with a glass carnelian, I would assume. It's not gold filled. It's not gold plated. It could be plated, but the plating has rubbed off in some spots. But I consider that a costume piece. I don't call it an antique. I would just say a vintage fob. Now, you've got like 2 inches. The dog clip, this particular one that you need to get that look of the charm piece and these flip. So you have to make sure when you put them on, they're all in the right direction. But once on, you'd be so amazed at how it lays, and you can layer in here, and you get such a big look, such an extremely big look. Okay, so we'll start with that. That one is probably a gold-filled or a gold-plated dog clip from a watch chain. Okay, this particular one is wrong, so I've got to bring it down like that. Okay, here we go. So the bits and pieces moving up is a brass vintage to more antique book locket. Has some little bit of engraving there. Now this piece, it's going to be bits and pieces. Could be, and I assume and I remember, to be a gold-filled cross charm etched. And I don't like to keep anything plain, so I just added it to the top of the piece. Now we get, more of an antique vibe, more of a balance with crosses. I'm very much about balance, but this one is symmetrical, where this funkier version is asymmetrical. And you don't notice it so much, but they're a little, maybe a half inch to an inch off. So moving up from that, this one is Crazy Town, and it's stunning. So I'm going to give literally a high five thumbs up to Otter Cat, who, out of the goodness of her heart, she's so sweet, knowing what vibe I use to work with my pieces and my charm necklaces, sent me just the carnelian piece. This is actual genuine carnelian, like Roman carved. Looks like a woman. Now, I don't want to keep coming forward because I can't really see what I'm showing. Where's she at? Yeah, there she is, right there. And I'm like, this is stunning, but I don't have a setting that is going to be a triangle. So I basically took this beautiful old Victorian, it's a, what are we calling this? It's like a frame, but it's very ornate. And you have to open up these pieces. How am I not thinking of the word? The prongs. There we go. Victorian prongs. Now, it's not perfect because I had to cut it and remove it from like a circular piece. And it's malleable. So I was able to bend it right around her. And when I got to the bottom, I wasn't able to close it. I was a little off. And it's not perfect. It's absolutely not perfect. You can't see every single prong. I don't have a problem with that. When you're looking at vintage, I like things not perfect 100% because then it just looks like it's mass-produced reproductions. So I love the vibe. Now I'm like, well, how am I going to attach a hanger? And, this is so stunning just on its own. If you just took this piece off and put it on one of these chains, one of these paperclip chains, one of these pearls, I mean, the beauty, even with a connector of religious, it is so stunning. But you need it on this piece to command a big look, a very Victorian look, an Etruscan vibe. And so sometimes you gotta use it. Now, if that was officially on its own, an antique piece, gold filled, it would have been moved over to this one, and I would have started all over again, kind of like with that. That's just a stunning portrait piece. So because it was 3 pieces that I had to put together, now the frame, this is where I say don't throw away earring parts, because if you want the little bit of bling there, that was the inside. I got these from Sue, and I just knew I would use them. And it was a double dangle earring. I don't even think I have them in their original shape anymore. And I took the middle piece for there, the big piece. This looks Victorian. It's got your prongs. It's got the rhinestones. These are officially rhinestones. It's not officially old, but you do get that brassy, kind of worn burnished gold look. I don't put colors together so much unless they can vibe. So like right now, this brass piece, it doesn't work over here. It's too brassy. So we're just going up the ladder. This one could have been over here, and it doesn't matter. I'm not breaking the bank on it. It's like a gold filled. It's got the little insets for, it could be diamond for all I know. I don't care. They would be millis, but I would assume just a vintage gold filled cross about 3/4 of an inch. So right there, I have to balance. So it took me, a couple days to find the pieces. Okay, I showed you this one. I'm moving up the ladder here. This is bits and pieces again, but I love how they tie in. Excuse me. This one is just an old brass. It's actually a Victorian pin piece, and had a little inscribing on it. By itself, no big deal. I wanted to adorn it. You know me, I always use a Mary, but I want to tie into the Roman Etruscan vibe here. So we've got lots of different, vintage eras, but they all work together. And affixed this double Roman, this is probably celluloid, Roman warrior atop. Now, when you see it here together, this doesn't look like, oh my God, what a piece of junk. That was just, affixed. No, it ties in. Now, sometimes you might have to go a little out of your wheelhouse of junk and add one supreme piece, which this is supreme, right, and set here. Nothing else so much. This is just a little supreme bubble. But here, this is a real carved shell cameo of a beautiful woman. Now, this is just on a gold tone locket. And I do this all the time with Mary's, and I've done it. I don't really know if I can get my, there you go. So it's not gold filled, I would assume. But they're boring. So I had just a shell. Now I probably yanked it out of something because I didn't like the setting and put it on there. These are old rhinestone necklaces. They're silver tone. I don't care. It makes it pop. It goes from being, a real subtle vibe like that to a more statement piece. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 baubles or charms that come together to me brilliantly. I love that they're a little off center. Now we go to the chains, which they're not the same. This is an old, I couldn't tell you where it came out of my junk box, but it is that watch chain vibe. It could have been a repro, but it's definitely vintage. This is not brand new. It's been in there for probably 25 years. So there we go. Now, if you wanted it shorter, you just hook this lobster claw in between one of these. But the length that it comes, and I can measure it, is long. So, and then I used a more modern, which I kind of love because everything right now is modern, toggles. This isn't a toggle piece. It could have been if I had a toggle. I didn't. I prefer the dog clip. It gives you a more older vibe. And it's just half of a gold tone necklace. We're not talking gold filled. We're not talking gold filled. Like I said, this could be about the only piece. And there we go. We get this gorgeous necklace. I hope this video comes out. So now what I want to show you is, yes, if I was like, wow, I'm going to try to wear these together, and I'm going to try to have now, I don't suggest you do it. You can do it because this one's $400. I haven't said the price of this yet. If you want to go, I'm really into super major charms today. I want to go, I love the expression balls out with my jewelry because I do that all the time. Layer them, see what happens. What's the difference? I mean, who's going to come up and go, wait a minute, is that brass? Because that looks like rose gold. This looks like yellow. This one looks like rose gold. I don't care. Mix it all up. Mix it all up with your rings. You know what I'm saying? Add rings like this that tie in. And by the way, if anybody's a 7, well, it could be 6.5 and is looking for, this is more of an Asian vibe cameo. And it looks like, I don't even know if they were diamonds, you guys. They could have been. I don't remember. I've had it forever. This would be like $3.95. It's basically cost. The only reason I'm even selling it is because I have so many pieces that look just like it. And I have a Whopper coming from Sue that I bought. That's 2-tone diamonds that I need to tie in over here. Okay, I'm just showing you. This is how you tie it in, okay? We have so many customers that know. This is carnelian. This is Victorian. Just tie it in with a gorgeous ring. And then if you want to fool everybody, take off your gorgeous sapphire from Florence and diamond and throw on, this is more of an Army Navy signet ring. And you've got rhinestones, though, and you've got gold filled, and, you tie it all in. Sometimes I layer my rings like this to the moon all the way up. These are real diamonds. This is gold filled, vintage. Even these, you guys would be shocked. It could even be gold tone. It's got rubbing off, but I believe it's gold filled. And it looks like mother of pearl, definitely 100% flip when I found that, because I'm all about Americana, all about crests and insignias. I'm sure this was a man's ring, but I don't know. But stuff like this is going for over $200 now. And when I found it, I probably got it for $65. That one's not for sale, because where will I find it to replace it? Look at this one. Flea market, got like the Constantinople. This is just gold tone, signet, and I found one and I'm like, well, I mean, this is from Florence. This is real gold. This is totally fake, but don't wear it in water, but throw it on with this and you get the vibe. This one I'm selling for $48 if anybody likes it. And I'm going to just go by sizes really quick. I wasn't expecting to do this. This is where I love to show you how to put it together. This is a 6.5, which is my ring finger here. And it's wide. So it's really, unless you're a 6.25, it might be a little snug. Okay, so there's the vibe. I wanted to show you. Real gold-filled Victorian pieces. parts of Victorian, parts of vintage. That's a gold filled again, but gives you the vibe. So I've got $3.95 on this. I always say it's my keeper. I don't mark the price up to not sell it. I have probably that much in it. So I don't want to say like, wow, I can never sell it, but try finding all these for under $400. It's possible. These are going for 100. You got 3 right there. So I don't want to even focus on that. But what I want to show you about the layering is this one is all gold filled and a Victorian watch chain piece that probably was off of that. And this is a gold filled tassel paperclip chain, but that's a vibe. That was the look that I go for. But if you just want to buy it for $95 and throw it on with this piece, which I haven't said the price yet of, it's going to look amazing. So all of these, and I have about a dozen to half dozen, all mix and match. I'm wearing right now 3 you can't even see that I'm going to say are my keepers, so I won't even show you it. But here we go again. This is a finer piece. This is gold filled. This was an expensive, longer paperclip ornate. It had the slider. The slider didn't work on it. This is gold filled, an old one. It even, could possibly be gold tone. It doesn't bother me. It goes amazing with this. This has a duller vibe than this chain, but it all works because you're tying in with all these other pieces. That would be a $95 necklace. This is carved out of shell because you can see the pink on the back. But right there, you can wear this above it. You can wear it below it. You could pull this one up and put this one down. That's your option. This is the finer pieces on the right. This is the finer piece on the right. Just because of the gold-filled content. Okay, well, that one's not going to stay. But this one, I like the word mahoop. Made one of these necklaces, signet, plain gold-filled, came off of a bracelet that did not work. And this is a great layering piece above it, right there. But that one I'm selling for $60 because you've got a gold-filled paper clip, and that's a great price. But that's just because it's bits and pieces and scrap. Now we go to this side. This is the faux side. This is faux. This is a gold stone. I'm sure the gold stone's real, and the shell cameo or stone cameo because I took it out of something else. I just like the frame. I love to adorn these to lockets and make chunky lockets, but with this particular one, I didn't. So here we go. This is the inexpensive piece. But do you see how this all ties in? And this is not even, I haven't done this prior. I just work this way. I work this way with certain pieces, certain styles, Roman, carnelian, soldiers, crests, angels, crosses. It's all a vibe. So this one right here is only $75. It gives you a big look. And if you were to throw it on with this is an old rosary bead. It's vintage with look at the old Mary connector. It's kind of washed out, rubbed off from praying. This is just gold tone, gold tone. Finished it off with just, a yucky little lobster. I'm not going to spend a ton of money making this piece if I'm selling it for $75. But together, wow, big look and one of a kind. And look how right now, I love it. All of these carnelian or gold tone tie in straight across the line. All right, here we go again. This one could go on either side. So I got this from, Jason, one of the first pieces, just because I was excited. This is not something that I wear, that I make, nothing. But I'm like, well, whatever. It was a home shopping, came on a board. It's Italian. It's vermeil. The pearls are real. It's a great layering place. But this is newer, and you can hang anything you want from there or nothing. You could just have the pearl be the centerpiece, which it was intended to be there. It's up to you. But right there, I'm selling this one for basically what I paid for $65. And look at the look you get. Huge. Now, because it's vermeil, it's a quality piece with real pearls. Let's take this one off. Let's not confuse you guys too much. It works over here too. Gives you a little bit of modern mixed in. I kind of like the pearls on each side, showing more of the chain, but it's a vibe. And then if you like, wow, I have an L, you know, beautiful piece, or I have my initial, and I never have something to wear it with, but what a vibe to wear it together. You know, you just hang something from it. No biggie. Okay, here's where we go real costumey. So this one I picked up at a flea market. It was next to nothing. It's newer. I don't know what costume maker it is. I don't care, because I like the vibe of these two together as layering. Now you can add one of these in with it or not, but I love that look of layering. You know, the classic, the Chanel. You could go a real pearl strand right in there. I found I never buy these, but I loved this one because it was really burnished. And I like throwing in the mixed metals. So I picked this crystal one up. God, it could even be plastic. I think it's glass. I don't know. But anyways, I'm only selling it for $25. So these are pieces that we could just layer on. So, oh, there we go. We could do that. Oh, I think I want something longer. Adjust this up. Wear this down at the bottom. Wear it around the whole thing. Here we go. I mean, it's a look, but this is total classic pieces. This is completely classic pieces. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. I haven't said the price of this one yet. And just go to town. Now, this is the kind of crappier piece, but because of the color of the metal, I mean, do you see how you can just throw it all together? Let's bring this down a little. It all ties in, and you can hang again. Let's go crazy. Let's be nuts. Let's keep adding charms. Like, have fun with it. I'm teaching you this to do it, to keep your eyes peeled. This is a gold-filled old, see the metal? Throw that at the bottom. You could never have enough. These rings are amazing for charm necklaces, and you could put it wherever you want. So I'm just saying, if you collect bits and pieces, go through them. Pick out the primos. Pick out the carnelian piece. If you hate the frame it's in, whatever, yank it. Pull it out. Take the prongs, open them up. But there is a lot you can do here, and that's basically it. It's a tutorial on don't get crazy, you know, you don't have to buy the $400 or $500 piece. You can make your own. I'm sure if you go through your jewelry boxes right now, you would have pieces that you could make this. I know so many of my customers have them. I would love to go to their houses. I already told Barb O'Donnell, she's got so much, probably more than me, and play with her stuff and make jewelry. That's my favorite thing in the world. So here we go again, 75. This one, 30. I would even, well, I just hate to part with it, so I'm going to say 30. This one was 60 because that one's for me. This is just gold tone, but I love the little, you know, doodads, and that's the closure. So it's just lobster. It's new. You just hide it back there. Again, if you're like, I just love this, and man, would I love to put just a big, you know, cross on it. And this is how I layer my crosses, is take an old earring, rhinestone, affix it to that, give it a real old now Spanish vibe. I love the dullness. And that could have worked there. So there's so much. This is fine. This is deco. This is gold filled. You know, go have fun. Throw it on there. This is for sale on its own for $75. I use the chain for something else. Pretty much done. Now I'm going to tell you the price of this. One, now gold filled, real carnelian, gold filled here. This is just costume, but it looks fabulous, tying it all in. This is a precious little charm, antique Victorian piece with celluloid, real cameo. I'm doing this one for $160. And 2 chains, and I paid for these. So everything you see here, you're like, okay, well, it's just mishmash. Well, yeah, you know what? Sometimes mishmash can be drop dead gorgeous, and that's what that is in my opinion. Or try making one, send me your pieces, ask me to put one together. I charge a fee to design it, but you guys could do this. So $160 is the steal of the day, and it's mostly just probably what I have in it, but I don't care. If somebody got this piece, they would wear it forever, layer it forever. And like I said, you can throw it on with anything you have, and it looks amazing. So I'm going to try to stop this video, see if it came out great, and it's usable. These all lay right. I'm a stickler. It's just they turn. Once it's on, it's great. And 708-217-1600. And just let me know what you think of it. And if you're interested in buying any of the pieces that I gave prices for, let me know. Off the bat, I'm going to say this is my keeper. I did quote $3.95, but don't get mad. I really couldn't make it for that. So I don't want to talk about this piece. But if you want it, reach out. I do well with arm twisting and really good customers because I know you come back. So have a great day. Mother's Day is around the corner. All these would make amazing gifts. Tug on your husband and say, dude, over here, give her a call. I want that. I mean, these are all fabulous, mostly under, $100 with this or that or this or that or this. The only things that are a little pricey are this Worth It All Day at $160 and this one, which you'd have to twist my arm. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye and watch it back. I hope it came out good. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. Maybe I will do some sort of short on this, but definitely screen grab if you like anything. Awesome. Take care. Bye now.